بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد. So this is the 8th episode from the Notes for Self-Development. And inshallah, what we're going to be talking about today is about seeking validation, or actually not seeking validation. All right, so I wrote, I will never seek validation from people because people do not know me. I know me. I know what goes on in my mind. I know my sins. I know my mistakes. People do not know these things. That is why we cannot forget what we know about ourselves and get caught up in the hype of the people. People will praise you today and insult you tomorrow, and in the end, you still have to live with yourself. And my God, is this not the truth? You know, and this is what happens is a lot of the people, they seek the validation from the people and the praise from the people so they can cover up what they know about themselves. And this is not the way to go about things. All right, we always have to remember ourselves. And that's why we don't seek hype. We don't seek validation. We don't seek anything because we know the reality of ourselves. One of the most beautiful things that was spoken about this issue was said by Al-Imam Al-Qahtani in his Nuniyah, in which he said, rahimahullah, he said, "Wallahi law alimu qabiha sarirati la abas salama alayya man yalqani." He said, I swear by Allah, Lord, if they knew the despicable nature of my secrets, and they would refuse to give me salams when they meet me. He said, وَلَا أَعْرَضُ عَنِّي وَمَلَّوْ صُحْبَتِي وَلَا بُعْتَ بَعْدَ كَرَامَةٍ بِهَوَانِي. And he said, and they would turn away from me, and they would become bored with my companionship. وَلَا بُعْتَ بَعْدَ كَرَامَةٍ بِهَوَانِي. And then I would return after being, held in esteem and being noble, and to what? Being disgraced. And then he went on to say, لكن سترت معايبي ومثالبي وحلمت عن سقطي وعن طغياني. And he's saying, because he's speaking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he said, but you have covered up all of my faults and sins and everything bad about me. And he said, وحلمت عن سقطي وعن طغياني. And you have halimta, it means that you didn't basically punish me, even though you had the ability to punish me, but you gave me like respite and this time, even after I had done all these, I transgressed all boundaries. He said, فَلَكَ الْمَحَامِدْ وَالْمَدَائِحْ كُلَّهَا بِخَوَاطِرِ وَجَوَارِ وَلِسَانِ. And he's saying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because of this, because of you covering up all my sins, then you have all forms of praise. Absolutely every form of praise from my mind, from my limbs, and from my tongue. And this is the reality. But like he said, Wallahi law alimu qabiha sarirati la aba as-salama alayya man yalqani. He said, but if the people were to know the despicable secrets that I hide, and because we all have sins, we all have things about us that we ourselves don't even like to think about. We ourselves don't even like to sit back and think about the things that go on in our minds. So for that reason, if we're concerned with ourselves and we're trying to focus on trying to fix ourselves, we're not concerned with what the people are saying about us because we are being honest with us. They're not being honest with us. The people are going to praise you. And it's like I mentioned here, the same people that praise you today will be insulting you tomorrow. They'll turn against you tomorrow. They'll be your enemies tomorrow. Because whatever the case may be, because most of the companionship and friendship and everything between the people is all based on emotion. It's not based on truth. It's not based on reality even. So a lot of the people, they'll flip on you tomorrow, and they'll become your worst enemies maybe tomorrow. So the point is where we should never have that type of connection with the words of the people and the praise of the people. Yeah, it feels good, and yeah, to get that little pat on the back. But the thing about it is if you know yourself and you have your goals and you're working to achieve your goals, pat yourself on the back when you achieve things. And you know what you're achieving, and you know the things that you're doing. People don't need to know this. And you know the reality of yourself. You know all your struggles. You know all your difficulties. You know everything that you have to go through to achieve every single thing that you're trying to achieve. They don't know that. So, in one regard, you might see that the people might praise you excessively for things that you know inside that you do not deserve. And in another regard, you might see that the people, they don't praise you in the times when maybe you have done things that are praiseworthy. But neither one of these should concern you. You know, because in the end, we're trying to seek the love of our Creator and the Sustainer and the Lord of the worlds. We're not concerned about the people. The people, what they say about us now, what they say about us, day of judgment, it really, it doesn't, none of that matters. What matters is whether or not Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with us and pleased with our actions and accepts our actions. So don't get caught up in the hype. Don't ever get caught up in the hype of the people. Because again, the people are only going to see what they say, what they see, and what they see most of the time is not even reality. It's not even real. Allah Mustaan, they don't even see reality about their own self. So how they're not even a good judge of themselves. So how can they be a good judge of somebody else? You know you focus on you, and you do everything that you have to do to bring about change in your life and make yourself better. So you could be a person that you're pleased living with. And hopefully, inshallah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with you, and that's the most important thing. وإلى هنا سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.